Hello, hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. So I'm so glad that you guys are following us over to this new link tonight. So we are doing an interview. I'm super excited and super honored for our next guest. So welcome to Elegant Conversation with Jacqueline Valdez. We are going to be talking about life of a media mogul, and we are going to be talking to the host with the golden voice and the host of the evening experience. Welcome, Mr. Mach 357. Hello, hello. Wait, I cannot hear you. Unmute your mic. I think you are muted.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right. But it
Welcome.
sounds choppy.
Oh, no. Does it sound choppy? You sound okay on this side.
Okay, as long as you can hear me, that's what you said.
What an evening. What an evening. What an evening experience.
Yes, we're experiencing it this evening.
I love it. So welcome. So I'm glad we are actually here tonight. So I think that we're okay as far as voices and stuff like that. So you guys that are listening in, please feel free to comment and let us know. But it sounds okay on this side. So we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go with it and pray to the universe. So how's your evening going? You did some interviews tonight or not tonight?
My evening is going a little bit great, a little bit crazy, a little bit always at work. So I'm never off. When I'm doing what I do as far as preparing for next week's show, promoting, talking to people, speaking with other celebrities and guests and different people to try to get everybody lined up like you did tonight. That's what I normally do to make that process happen.
Right, right. How was your journey? How did it even start? Because you have quite an adventurous journey.
2011, a friend of mine came from Texas, facilitated to say, "Hey, I have this show. I think you would be great on it. Take the opportunity and let's do this." And I went in with no expectations. People started to gravitate towards the voice, the person, the persona. Once again, it's word Mach 357, and everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, that voice!" And then it just culminated from there and started to grow. So I made my it was something that awoke in me, and it became a passion and a fire for me.
I love it so much. Yes, and you have such an incredible voice.
I appreciate you saying that.
How do you keep it in such working so well with all the interviews going on and everything?
Literally, I for the most part, I'm always a jovial person, so I'm always speaking and talking. I've never had those moments but now with this COVID stuff and having to wear masks and all this stuff, so sometimes my voice, dries out. But I go grab a bottle of water or something beforehand, and once again, it's War Mac 357. I'm always on the move, and I take the opportunity to keep my voice ready for any time, any camera, any person, because that's what people expect.
Yeah, that's smart. That's very smart to always have your, toys and tools around and be ready to go.
Whip it out my back pocket and it's like, wham, okay, here we go. Let's rock.
I love it. So exciting. So much fun. So who are some of the guests that you've had on your show?
Woo, you want me to go down the laundry list. All right. So, of course, I've had Robert Richard on the show. I've had Don Robinson from In Vogue. I've had Paul Anthony from Full Force. I've had Grammy Award winning, I should say, Full Force. I've had Grammy Award winning artist Lisa. I've had DJ Self, Funk Master Flex, Cool DJ Red Alert, DJ Chuck Chillout from WBLS. I've had so many amazing superstars, and then the people who I love are the indie artists who are coming up, or if you're an author and you're writing something that's prolific and I want to find out more about it. I basically tell people it's TV on radio. So you get the opportunity to experience a whole host and array of people on the show, and then taking the opportunity to pull back the layers of their careers and all the things that they've done in the industry, or people who are up and coming, and how they're building their platform and growing into the person that they want people to see out in the world on TV or radio.
I love that so much. Yeah, you have quite a collection of amazing, incredible people.
Chief Rocker Busy Bee, but I can keep going, but that's not the point. It's a love, it's a labor of love. It's I've had Darren D. Henson from Stump the Yard, and I had Miguel Nunez from the movie Life and Joanna Man. I can go on and on with the number of guests, but the incredible part is that they come and they share the jewels of their journeys with other people who are in those same positions that can learn something or gain something. The accolades that they amass are incredible because of the fact that they've worked in the industry that they're in, and basically seeded the soil and watched the fruits of their labor, for all the years that they've done all of the things that they have. I just think it's something that you got to work at. It's something that takes time to put together. Otherwise, it doesn't come to fruition. But I had to build a reputation in order for people to go. Now it's like, Mac, I need my client on your show, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, let's work it out.
Nice. Yeah. It's so exciting. And you have so many amazing stories, and I think that's the fun part is you're so passionate about it. You're so genuine about it and you love it and it shows.
Well, I can say about the same about my counterpart that's sitting here, because I've gone to your videos and I've watched so many of the videos with your exuberance and your love for what you do, and your genuine happiness for the people that you're bringing on. So I want to give you props as well for doing what you do.
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much. I love it. We're taking over.
Yeah.
Go. I love it. Yeah. And it's so exciting to see, all the amazing stories that people have, and to hear all of the stories and to hear the journey of the industry.
The industry in of itself is, one, not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
You cannot come into this business and not hear no. You're going to hear no 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But then guess what? You're going to hear yeses as well. And you got to be prepared for both. You got to, strategize about the next thing. If that person told you no, or they didn't show up, or something happened, you have to switch gears, make into something else, because that's the true nature of what you're doing as far as radio, as far as internet radio, as far as podcasting or whatever it is now. And podcasting of itself, and I understand it's a convenient platform to have people do as they want, when they want, how they want, as at the times in which they do. But for me, I love radio. I love where it came from. People like Lenny Green and all of these different radio hosts from back in the day. You're listening to the smooth sound. The first time I heard WBLS station, that's yours, I was like, oh wow, this is, my man got. Oh, you hear the ladies calling in. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. And you're like, I want to be that guy.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's so much fun. Is there anyone that you really want to interview that you haven't yet?
Dead or alive?
Either one.
I definitely want to talk to Rakim. I want to talk to, as they call him, the God Body. He's not the founder of hip hop, but he's one of those artists that are, strong. As they say in the Jedi, where the Force is strong with this one. There's a whole host and array of people that I would love to talk to. I would love to sit down with Diana Ross and talk to her about Central Park when she was out there and the rain came down. She said, "I'm not leaving." And then, ain't no mountain high. And then that was one of, I literally, my eyes welled up because of the love that she had for our New York people, to facilitate, to show them this incredible process, of how much she didn't care about the glitz and the glamour at that moment. She told them, they were trying to bring her out of umbrella. She said, "No, I'm doing it this way."
Yeah.
And just let her hair down, and just, I would love to talk to, if Ray Charles was alive, I would love to talk to Jamie Foxx. And the reason why is because not only is he an Oscar winner, not only has he, been in so many movies like Ray and different other, movies itself, but because of the fact that he is one of our figures in this world that is genuine with the love and respect that he has for people, human life. That is what I love. Me and him share something similar. My brother is, a quadriplegic who, is in a nursing facility, and, he's had mental retardation all his life, and schizophrenia and a lot of different, medical conditions. No, it's okay. And I saw how he corralled around his sister her entire life until she passed. And once again, my condolences to the family. But I want to talk to him about his journey in life. And I know he's told the story 1,000 times, but I would ask it a different way, because the night he was on a TV show, and I forget which one it was, and he sang a song to his grandmother who raised.
Yeah. It was beautiful. I think I lost you for a second there.
Yeah, that's because somebody keeps calling in. We know who that is.
Yeah, it was so beautiful with Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
But there's so many people. If I could have talked to Muhammad Ali, if I could have talked to Malcolm X, if I could have talked to Dr. Martin Luther King, if I could have talked to, Harriet Tubman, if I could have talked to Rosa Parks.
I love them all. And I love that you said something about how the way you interview is different. You have your own unique take on it.
I believe in having a conversation. Interviewing to me is passe, because to interview someone, you have preconceived notes, question. I don't do that. I don't like it. I like everything to be sporadic. Because I have the chops. I've been in sales for God knows how many years. I've talked to people. I was a telemarketer at 16 years old.
Yeah.
While most people are doing that in their 30s, and you got people who've been in it for over 20 years. I started at 16.
Wow.
I developed my chops.
Yeah.
I know how to articulate. I know how to have a conversation. I know how to move a conversation. I know how to, dance with the conversation and make it flow the way in which I want to. Nice. So for me, when I talk to someone, I like having a banter of their feelings and emotions and their thoughts that drive the conversation.
Yeah.
It makes for a better conversation than, "So you were born in Tuscaloosa," who wants, you get that a lot,
That's so true. I think it's just so much more fun when you're having a conversation with someone and you get to really know them, and you get to know, all the fun details and the journey and everything else that goes with it. Amanda's popping in and says, "Hey," and then Wilmer Black is popping in too. I love it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hello, hello.
Hey.
I love it. There's so much love for you and that golden voice.
I appreciate that.
I love it so much. Yeah. So, what exciting things do you have coming up for you?
Ooh, I'm gonna try to take out 2020 with a bang. And going into 2021, I'm just gonna literally just take the reins off of this and just let it fly.
Yeah.
There are new things that I've discovered thus far. There's applications and different other things that I've looked into
Mm.
that are broadening the media horizon of the people that I'm connecting with, and then of course, still doing the grind and getting to those PRs. PRs are very important people. People who have connections, who make connections, who can let you deal with their clients accordingly, and so forth and so on. I believe 2021 is going to be an unbridled year. I'm going to keep going for the best people that fit my platform and that give me an opportunity to create a better show each time that I'm able to speak with them, talk with them, and jive and gel with them, if you want to say.
Yeah, I love that so much because it's important, it's your platform and you're inspiring so many people with it. And there's so many people that are looking to your unique conversations and to your incredible guests.
Well, I tell people this all the time. It's called the evening experience. It's in the evening,
Yeah.
and you experience us experiencing you.
I love that. Yeah. It has such a ring to it. And there's so much thought behind it.
Yes.
I love it. Did you find that getting into the industry that it was a little challenging?
Yeah, to say the least. Like I said, you're gonna hear a lot of no's. But the times that you receive the yeses, you gotta capitalize. You have to strategize. You have to maneuver in order to keep that momentum going, because it's not everybody that's going to let you in the door, but once you're in, now you have to find a way to keep going through that door,
Yeah.
to keep that process going. You know, I give, for instance, Lisa,
Uh-huh.
incredibly beautiful, smart, intelligent woman. One of the she was so sweet. She gave me a toothache. That's how sweet she was. Um, and she nearly broke me down on my own show
Oh.
when she turned around and said, I watch you, right? I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I watch your show. I think it's incredible.
Oh.
I was like this. You watched this show? She said, yes. You have a great voice. I love the way you deal with the guests. She said it's so beautiful and warm.
Yeah.
And I was like this. Yeah, all right. I got you. Yeah. I'm all right. I'm
Oh.
okay now. I'm okay. But she was listen, anything that you can think of, and I just recently saw her on the Soul Train Awards. And then she did DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic, which was an incredible process. And seeing some of the great pioneers in this music industry and having them on your show and talking with them. Like this week, I have one of the tag team members who coined the song and the phrase, "Whoop, there it is." Yeah, so I got one of them coming on the show, and we're going to talk about their illustrious career, platinum albums. They toured all over the world off of a song
Wow.
and turned it into something that was a phenom throughout the world. There wasn't too many people on too many places that didn't know what Whoop That Is stood for. And being able to delve into the person and finding out, how did they feel in the and that's more of what I like to know, is how did the person feel in the situations or the moments that
Mhm.
made them great. That
Yeah.
like you're standing there and you're going, these people are really moving to my song.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop whoop, that is, and then people going, Yeah, shotgun, and you're like, yo, this is me. And
Yeah.
I get that same feeling every time I have a show
No.
and I'm talking to people. I feel the same thing. When people chime in, when people
Yeah.
are listening and watching and tuning in, it
Yeah.
gives me a moment to go, wow.
Yeah. It's very surreal. It's very electric. It's
Yeah.
exciting. And it's very cool to feel that feeling, interviewing people and just seeing what they're so passionate about and the creativity and how they came up with stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm. I agree. That's very cool. Yeah, you have some amazing guests coming on. Super congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love it so much. So you said you had a little bit of a hard time getting into the industry. What was the thing that made you become so centered and so in your lane and get noticed?
They had to realize what I already knew. It's like I tell some of the people who come onto the show, you're already a star. It's going to take other people looking to the heavens and seeing you there for them to know that you've already been there. I
Love.
had to let people know that I'm not sitting here in my home just wanting to hear my own voice.
Yeah.
I have worked hard to create a platform that people want to come see, hear, and listen to. And that wasn't by accident. I didn't discover, I was discovered in 2011.
Wow.
But I have built on that discovery to now let you know that I'm a foundation. I'm someone you can put your house on and it will stand. I give an incredible platform. And for certain people, I get it industry wise, they want to make sure that they have numbers and people watching them and, growing their platforms. And I get it.
Right.
But you won't get a better interview. I don't care where you are, because of the fact that it's not me sitting there. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just telling the truth as it is. I believe in me giving people the best parts because I worked at it. I didn't just one day say, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
And wanted to start this because the pandemic is here.
Right.
I've been doing this for years.
Right.
Not days, not hours, but years. So I'm somewhat savvy into what I do, how I do, and where I do it to make sure that every week I'm giving you the best of whomever comes on. And I don't care if they're the person that's just starting out and crawling to the person that is now a superstar and shoots off into the night sky every night. I can do it with anybody.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's important is you need to believe in yourself. You need to have faith in yourself and trust your vision. And if you have a huge passion for it and a huge desire and you love it, other people will recognize that.
Somebody said a long time ago, in order for you to really learn about what you're doing, you have to fail first. Now, I didn't fail, but I got the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, who are you again? What platform are you with? What are your numbers? And I get that, and I get it. But if it's about the numbers and not about your client having a place, a platform, a way in which they can lock in to the things that matter about them, or someone caring. I had a guest come on. I'm not going to call out his name, but in my life, not asking for it, but something I felt.
Right.
He is a stuntman, body double. He's done body doubles for Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's a huge guy. Something told me, because he can articulate, he can talk, great conversationalist.
Right.
Something told me, I'm like, you didn't work out just to work out. Like you wasn't the jock and height. Yeah, pick him up and I put them down. You're not that guy.
Yeah.
There was a reason why you were working out.
Yeah.
I said, tell me the real reason why you worked out. And he looked at me. He's like, how did you know? I said, well, you don't come off as the jock. You
Yeah.
come off as a real person who happens to be a humongous dude.
Yeah. Wow.
He said, and I quote, when I was a child, I was helpless. And I'm about to shock your audience, so I'm going to just let you know ahead of time. He said, I was standing there. My father killed my sister in front of me.
Oh, wow.
And I paused. I was like, because I didn't expect that response. He could have easily said, no, I just like working out, it's cool.
Yeah.
But he said it. And he said, I never wanted to feel helpless again.
Wow.
So I started to work out. And he said, yeah, I had to go through therapy and different other things to keep my mind straight. And I'm good now. He said, I'm great. But I had to put all of that into something.
Right.
So he became this humongous guy for that reason.
Wow.
But it worked in his favor, and God blessed him with being able to be in the movie industry, working out. You're sitting you're sitting around on a movie set. You got Schwarzenegger. Get out! It's crazy. I want to talk to you. All the people out there in the world. Yeah. And you're chopping it up with this guy.
Yeah.
Around a movie set, around a campfire. Y'all cooking steaks. You're doing it because that tragic incidents happened to you.
Wow.
And
that's incredible that you can dive in deep and you can, hear these stories that are so deep in these people that are inspiring. Everyone's human. Everyone has, had their ups and downs, and that you can have these incredible conversations and get deep in them.
Miguel Nunez said he left a small town in the South and facilitated to say, I'm going to be an actor in Hollywood. Didn't know what it was or what it took.
Right.
Took the last few dollars that he had, hopped on a bus, went to Hollywood, was homeless. No money in his pocket. Wow. Slept in shelters, he went through it. Not eating, different other things. But kept saying to everyone he met, I'm going to be an actor. This is what I'm here for. I'm going to do this. His belief, God's blessings, took him to that place.
Yeah.
Now he's a major movie star.
Wow.
Been on so many shows, movies, TV shows. It's phenomenal. And he was just in the app that stole Christmas.
Wow. That's incredible. And it's true. I'm such a huge believer in faith. I'm such a huge believer in God and, destiny, and surrounding yourself around good energy and good people, and believing in yourself, and, having the vision that you want to create and the path that you want to create, and doing it with passion. And I love that, because you have that. You show so much of that. And I have so much love and respect for that.
I appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah. It's crazy because I've had some people even tell me, oh, you're not going to make it. Why would you even want to do a talk show? And I've just.
And
I'm going.
And there you go. And that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's going to be people that you start off in this journey with.
Yeah.
And you're going to see people fall away left and right.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, when you come out to where you need to be, they're going to go, oh, I knew you were going to make it. And you're going to look back and go, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Not because you're being smart or anything else. It's because, listen, I don't have time to figure out what I don't have time for you to figure out what I already know.
Yeah.
By the time you figure it out, I'll already be there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be there because I worked that hard for it.
Yeah.
I slave. You're talking to a guy right now, and I'm articulating and I'm, cognitive and everything, who only had an hour's sleep last night.
Wow.
I was up to almost 6 something this morning posting for my show. Okay, I got this celebrity. I got I have an author coming on. I have a gentleman who owns his own basketball league out in Texas. I have a person who has a magazine that I just received in the mail yesterday called One World.
Nice.
He does all indie artists, but what's different about his magazine, that's what I mean by taking that next step and turning it into something that is great. He has QR codes throughout the magazine.
Wow.
That you can take your phone now, for all the techies, gloss it over the page, get that person's music, listen to it.
Wow.
That in of itself is, unheard of. That they never did that in magazines before. They never had those type of things. All they had was little pull-out smelly things that you go, oh, I got the cologne. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So imagine still, because he likes the periodical that you can take and utilize, and turned it into something that's technologically sound for this time.
Yeah.
It's 2020, not 1970 something or 1980 something, 1990 something. It's 2020. We are here. This is where you got to turn your mind towards all of the different things and aspects of where now you and I can have this. We could be miles apart, states apart, and still have the same conversation and put it and post it. And yes, he's here. I'm here. Let's do it. Okay. It's incredible. But I was up to that. I'm talking to him. I'm on an app. I'm posting all at the same time. My mind would not let me rest until I posted every last thing I need to post.
I understand. That's me. I feel like since the show, I'm 24/7 and constantly thinking of my, interviews and the posting and the social media and just,
Research.
Exactly. And just the passion for it. And before you know it, hours go by and I haven't eaten or I haven't had water or I haven't slept.
And that in of itself is what I mean. Like, I get it when the people have the budgets and it's the TV shows and the places that have these things already at your disposal because of the fact that the network paid for it.
Yeah.
Cool. But a lot of people forget what this grind is like.
Yeah.
The one thing I will never do, no matter where I reach in this platform or in this world or in this industry, is where I came from. Yeah. Because I know if I have a team around me or a team they assign me or anything else, that I'm going to still be that person that has to grind it out. I have to do everything.
Yeah.
I can't leave it to someone else's designs. And I get it that people want to help, and I get it that people want to, align with what I'm doing. And I'm not saying that you can't, but I'm not for the faint at heart. I'm a strong force. I will not be bent by the wind. As big as I am, I'm not being bent by the wind. You ain't moving me too easy. But with that being the case, I believe in order for me to facilitate anything further, anything that I'm doing, I have to be at the helm. I gotta drive. I gotta, sit in the cockpit. I gotta, make the plane go. I can't leave it to somebody else's designs because if nobody understands your thought, your seed, your plant, your anything, and I can use all the metaphors in the world, and I can use all the acronyms and short. If nobody understands your vision, they can't take this where it needs to be.
Yeah.
you can come along for the ride, but you can't take it where it needs to be because you don't know where I'm taking it.
That's so true. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah.
But don't mind me. Like I said,
I love it.
I'm like a bad fortune cookie, but you can change the channel afterwards.
I love it. I love it. No, no, I love everything about what you're saying. I feel I'm there. I'm the driver. I'm totally there. I'm like, I'm there.
And you know what the funniest thing, and I can tell that about you because of the fact that I understand that when you take on something, you don't take it on haphazardly. You're passionate about anything that you are connected to. It's not something that you, and don't mind me, this is just my little cheap detective work. I pay attention to when people are doing things. I watch, I listen to even the way in which they speak their words and how they do it. I pay attention to every aspect, not just because you're beautiful. You know that already.
Thank you.
But because of the fact that you are a person that believes in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you have to see it through. You can't let somebody do something because you're like, no, wait, no, let me do it because I know how I want it, and I'm the same way.
Yeah, yeah. It's and like you said, no one knows what's going on in your mind, and no one knows the vision, and so you are the tunnel, you are the whatever vessel that it's meant to come out of.
Correct.
If you guys understand what we're saying, Wilmer says, "Wow, real talk."
we went into a metaphysical phase.
I love it. It was so much fun. Yes, Amanda, thank you for today. You were awesome too. Love you. I love it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it's so crazy. How do you juggle so much? How do you stay centered?
Because I see the light at the end of the road. I said it again. 2021 is going to be me sitting in. If somebody hasn't put a ton of money behind this vessel, I'm going to be sitting at somebody else's helm, but I'm going to be one of their top performers because of the fact that I believe the best is yet to come. I haven't even, no matter how great a lot of people say I am, or feel that I am, or shout that I am, I believe the best hasn't even been, it hasn't come to fruition yet.
Yeah.
And I love what I do as if it was a human being. I kiss it every night. I hug it. I talk to it. I try to raise it in the right direction because I want it to grow up to be what it's supposed to be. And when it steps out and my child is now an adult, people are gonna go, damn, I never seen somebody work so hard. But you know what? He said it was gonna happen and he didn't lie.
Oh, I love it. And I'm so excited to be part of your journey and that we have met and to see everything come forth for you.
Well, this incredible woman says this, but she's interviewed some incredible people as well. Robert Cool Bell. She has had so many people that are talking about, from doctors and different other things that I've watched on her show. She's given the best and the brightest minds the platform in which she has. And I want to say I commend you and keep going.
Oh, thank you so much. You're such an inspiration. Was there anyone that you wanted to do a special shout out to?
Shout out to Fernberg. Shout out to Upscale PR. Shout out to Corporal AK. Shout out to all of the people who's ever come on my show. Shout out to Lisa, DJ Self, Funk Master Flex, Cool DJ Red Alert. I can go on and on with all the people I can shout out. But it's just the fact that I want to say shout out to the people who watch. Shout out to the fans. Shout out to the people who think I'm that good or who believe in what I'm doing or care about enough to even hit the check mark, just to say, hey, I was there. I want to become a household word. I want to be, I tell people all the time, I used to say this, when you're sitting down at dinner, I want to be the TV that you watch. I want to be the place that you see, that you go, yo, hey, like when y'all turn on Grey's Anatomy and Dr. McDreamy. Okay, I want to be Dr. McMack, and y'all show up and watch me the same way. Not because I want to be some heartthrob. I want to be the guy that you go watch what he does.
Yeah.
Like, and at the end, I want you to go, damn, that was great. Not because I said it, because it is.
Oh, I love it so much. What do you want to be remembered for?
Caring about the people who were gracious enough to come here to this platform and share their lives with me in that moment.
Oh, I love it. And you're already such a huge inspiration. So many people love you, and you are just sharing so much, wealth and wisdom and just so much entertainment and wonderful experiences.
I appreciate that.
It has been such a pleasure and such an honor to have you here. Was there anything else you wanted to tell the viewers?
Once again, it's Mach 357 from 7 to 9 on Thursday. Goes down right here in the boudoir. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show. Check us out on all platforms. You can find us on Instagram at The Evening Experience, all one word. You can find us on YouTube, The Evening Experience. You can find us on Twitter, The Evening Expert. On Facebook, it's The Evening Experience 11. It's the group page. Check us out. And, of course, we have the eveningexperience.com where you can go and check out videos there as well. But check us out. And once again, I'll see you soon.
Awesome. It has been such a pleasure and such an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much love.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in. It has been such a pleasure. Thank you for watching Elegant Conversation with Jacqueline Valdez, illuminating the world one voice at a time. Thank you guys. Bye.